Good morning. Happy Friday. Coffee and a card day, or maybe tea and a card. I'm doing my tea today. Uh-oh, my screen just froze. Oh no, I hope we're okay. All right, well, I'm back moving again. I hope you're okay today. I hope your technology is working. I'm going to switch my glasses from my bifocals to my crafting glasses. Here we go. Now I can see the up close things more carefully, more easily. Okay, so good morning. Good morning, everybody. So we'll wait for some people to come on. Please don't forget to say hello and maybe where you're from, whether you're watching live or the replay of this live stream. I do go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and you can watch it either way as a replay. Okay, they stay up there. So just a couple of things. Just a reminder that I can see live comments on Facebook and YouTube as I am live, and then I can see those same comments on Facebook during the replay. But unfortunately, during YouTube, when you go back and look at those, I can't see those. So I will try to answer any of those questions or respond to your comments as we go along. But if you are watching on YouTube, there's a place for comments down below, which I do read later on. So anyway, just that's that. Don't forget to come on and say hello. I see people popping on now, some familiar names and some new names. So welcome, everybody. Hi, Shirley and Debbie and Kathy, Nadine and Gail and Joanne. All right. I always feel like Romper Room when I do that. I'm showing my age, right? She looked through her magic mirror and see people, and she never said Lorraine. She never saw me. That's okay. Maybe she saw me, but just didn't say my name. That's okay. So yeah, I can't see you unless you leave a comment. So I can see how many people are watching, but I don't know if you're on unless you leave a comment and just say a little hello. And it's always fun to know where you're from, if you don't mind mentioning that. Okay. Never heard Crystal. Yeah, that was a popular name back then, Crystal. Yeah. Well, Lorraine was, though. Lorraine's kind of a 50s, 60s name. But Nadine, no. Yeah, I guess that wasn't an uncommon name, but I don't know. It wasn't Michael and Joey and Susan and whatever. Oh, well, you know what? We're here. We've survived it, and it's all okay. It's all good. Anybody getting ready for Valentine's Day? Show me thumbs up or hearts or a comment if you're making Valentine's cards. Okay, we're getting close. A few weeks away. Okay, you heard name. Yeah, Susan, right? Yeah, you heard Susan. I said that. Susan, Joey, whatever. Maybe even things like Marcia or, I don't know. Okay, well, Susan, I guess you got all the attention for all of us. So thank you for taking on that task. Hi from Philadelphia. Hi, Jay Pressy. All right. I don't know what your first name, but hello. Good morning. Thanks for popping on. Hi, Patty. Yes, nice to see you. And Elizabeth. Wow, some of my downline team are on. Okay, I'll start the project in just a minute. And make that cruddy. What? Making Valentine's for grandchildren. All right, good. Yep. I'm working on that too. And working on some Valentine things to show you. So there you go. I decided to wear this shirt today just because I haven't worn it in a while. It's a Stampin' Up! Shirt that, let me get rid of that banner for a minute. Let's see, which one's that? Okay, so. All right, well, maybe that's just up there. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, all right, there we go. I'll stand up. Okay, I got this at one of the Stampin' Up! Conferences, and nice, bright and cheery. I said, no, I haven't worn that one in a while. I'll put it on. And after I put it on, I realized this is kind of the color palette that I'm using today for the projects. So, not exact, but close. There's dark pink. There's light pink. There's Daffodil Delight. And although this looks sort of Lost Lagoon color, I'm not doing Lagoon. I did that last time. But we are using Pool Party. So that's kind of a close on the wheel there. So anyway, I thought I was just in the mode and just happened to work out that way. All right. So let me sip my tea. I haven't even had any yet. It was too hot to drink. Using my retired mug. Not that I'm sitting around doing nothing these days, but I'm having so much fun, with my stamping and being a demonstrator and having a team and sharing all my stamping with you. When I retired, some of the teachers' aides gave me this when I retired from teaching, and I just love it. It's a great size, a nice size handle, and it's just so fun and funky. Now the other side, up at the top here, it says, all play and no work. See that up there? Well, that's kind of not me. I'm always doing something. And then on the other side, it says a to-do list. Number 1, nap. Number 2, nap. Number 3, relax. Again, nice thought, but I rarely nap in the day unless I'm sick. So hopefully, knock on wood, I'll be good. You won't have to be doing that. But relaxing. I find my stamping relaxing. I really do. It's just calming, especially late at night. I posted something in my last Sunday Smile. I posted about stamping late at night, right? 10:30 in a minute it becomes 2:30 a.m., right? A lot of you are with me on that. So, well, the only thing is on the West Coast, it's only 11:30. So whatever. Maybe some of you are up at that hour. We can chat. Get a pajama party stamping. Now I'm going to put this on my warmer over here that my friend Tina gave me. Okay, here we go. It'll stay warm for a while. I'll get another sip later on. Okay, so we are going to do some Valentine cards today. And if you don't send Valentines, just send them to somebody you love, somebody you want to send hearts to. It's all good. Let me get my comments back up. Okay, Susan's making them for the grandchildren. You liked and shared. Thank you, Joan. Thanks so much. Good. Some of you are getting your Valentines. Just kind of curious. Often Valentine's red and pink, right? But sometimes you can mix some other colors in there, more non-traditional colors. Is anybody doing that? Has anybody found some kind of non-traditional colors to include in their Valentines? Because Stampin' Up! Has done that. Well, not totally non-traditional, but like I said, we're using some of these colors here. You got some blues in there. Don't always use blue. But anyway, on the online exclusives, Stampin' Up! Has brought back a different color palette for a DSP that they had last year. So let me share my screen a little bit here, and then we can get going. All right, so there's this set that carried over, Be My Valentine, came with the punch. Now, it was bundled in the beginning, but now you can get them separately. And turquoise with Valentine's. Susan says, yeah, good. Shades of blue for grandson. Great, Nadine. So the punch punches out the bee's body, which is a 2-step stamp. You stamp the background, then you stamp the detail. The little antennae are separate, and they can get punched with this little tiny heart, or it can just be a heart, right? And then the larger heart can either just be a heart, or you can stamp the wings on there. So this is so fun. Even if you don't use it for the bee, they're nice hearts there. And the bees are cute. I'm sorry. I don't like them around my picnic or eating outside, but they do pollinate the flowers, and that's good. And they are awfully cute. Here you have a variety of faces on here, looking sideways, kind of eyes closed, eyes open, and a wink, and just some cute sayings. Now there's a new set that is very similar. You get the same bee, you get to make the same bee and the wings, and it coordinates with this, but you also get some different sayings. I don't have the set to show you, I'm sorry, but you do get some different sayings, and you get dies with it that are hexagon dies that kind of look like your honeycomb. So there are, I think, 5 different sizes of hexagons. So you can put them together to make different size honeycombs with them, or just use them individually to give people the feel of being in the hive with the honeycomb, I guess. I don't know. All right, so then they took the designer series paper. This is the old paper. I do not have the new, but I did do a project that brings in the colors of the new. Now, this was the paper before. And what Stampin' Up! Did was take these same patterns, but just put a different color palette on them. So on this one, you had basic black. I have the colors right here to show you what coordinates. Basic black, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Sweet Sorbet, which we don't have the Sweet Sorbet anymore. That was an end color. So that was a color palette for this paper, where you had some jars of honey, you had some bigger bees, you had some smaller bees with flowers, smaller bees with stems, you have just the flowers, you have the bees, and of course the backs are more just pattern. Not that the bees aren't patterns, but less images, just more graphic patterns, I guess is what I want to say. Okay, so that's the old paper. Like I said, I do not have the new, but I can share enough about it with you, and then you can look it up on the online exclusives. If you just type in bee in the search, you'll get everything, all of these things, except that DSP, because it's no longer. All right, so this is the old palette. I'm going to leave that in the screen. And the new one also has basic black and daffodil, but instead of Granny Apple, you have Old Olive. Oh, I have to pull this down, don't I? There we go. You have Old Olive, and then instead of Petal Pink, there's Bubble Bath, which is a little bit more on the purpley side of pink, whereas the Petal Pink is a little more orangey. And then you also have Pool Party, like you did before. And then instead of Sweet Sorbet, you have Petunia Pop. So this is the new palette, which really is kind of fun. I wouldn't necessarily have thought, I think, to put Old Olive with these, but you know what? It really works. It's a little bit more subtle than the sort of bright Granny Apple, which I do love too. So it depends on what kind of vibe you're going for. But the Bubble Bath and the Petunia Pop brings in a little bit more purpley tones than the one before, which was predominantly, I'd say, yellow and red. Well, the Sweet Sorbet, which is kind of like a pinky red, almost like my shirt, although the shirt is sort of raspberry-ish. But anyway, that reminded me of that. So we have the yellow, the light blue, the light pink, and the darker pink going on. So let's see what we can do with that. I'm going to make a card, which is a Z-fold. Not a traditional Z fold. It's more of an accordion kind of a fold to it. Anyway, let's just call it a fun fold. I don't know if it has a name. Nadine and I like to try to name these folds that don't officially have a name. Not that any of them officially have a name, but anyway, so let me put that aside. Going to be using that old paper, and the Sweet Sorbet card base. Now, I did put out some measurements and some ingredients, some materials for you to bring along if you're stamping along. Oh, Shirley, you like that paper? Yeah, it is nice. I love that. It's so much fun. I have some left over from last year too, so I'm going to be having fun with that. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you on. And Karen, KB. Remember, we call you KB. She sent me a beautiful card this week. I loved it. I'm going to share that pattern with you sometime too. All right. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, we're kind of dreary today. It's going to be rainy and cloudy all day. All right, so I'm using Sweet Sorbet, which is, of course, is retired. If you're stamping along, let me know that in the comments, or yeah, because just kind of wondering. That way I know how to pace myself. I can go a little bit slower if you're working with me. Otherwise, I might speed along a little bit. So let me know if you're crafting along. Okay, some people really like to do that. Some people like to just watch, maybe take notes, maybe just do it later when you kind of see the concept and then you know what materials to bring. I know it's hard. It's kind of like mystery stamping, which I thought maybe we could do again sometime. See if you like that. I don't know. But okay, if you're getting that and while you're leaving a comment, if you're stamping, then I'm going to get my tea. Ah, here we go. Okay, so like I said, we're using Sweet Sorbet Retired and the Be Mine paper. Okay. All right, there we go. Hopefully I don't spill that. I want to keep it handy. Now the Be Mine, I showed you the Be Mine paper. For this card, you will need a full length of 11 inches by 5.5. Okay, we're going to have our card going this way. And then I didn't give you the score measures because I thought we'd kind of do it together. And I wanted to double check them before I gave them to you. So that's why one of the reasons why I didn't post it. Because I made modifications to a swap card that I had. So I wanted to make sure I had the correct measurements. I didn't want to throw them out there if something was a little askew. Okay, so we're going to score at 4 inches. This is already done. I'll pretend. Oh, I'm scoring. And then we're going to score at 5 3/4. So every 1 3/4 inches is what I'm saying. We're going to have panels here that are 1 3/4 inches. Add 1 3/4 to that, you get 7.5. Score at 7.5. And add 1 3/4, and we're going to end up at 9 1/4. Okay, so you ended up with 4 score lines. We're going to make that into kind of a zigzag fold. So I'll read those again. 4 inches, 5 3/4, 7.5, and 9 1/4. Okay, so the biggest part is going to be the back and the inside of our card. And these are going to be accordion folded and it's going to be on the front. So fold the first one over like so. Furnish it with your bone folder. Fold the next one the opposite way and burnish. And the next one the opposite way. And then back the other way. So you have a lot of zigzagging going on or Z's going on here. Like I said, accordion fold. All right, so forward, and back. So this side of the card is going to be obviously much thicker than this side of the card. Right now, if you kind of just start with the DSP, then you can pick your colors from there because then you need another piece of cardstock that is 3 inches by 6. And you're going to score it down the middle in 3. So you're going to end up with a little 3 by 3 note card looking piece. Okay, so 6 inches by 3, score in the middle. Good, Gail is trying to stamp along. Awesome. All right, make sure that's burnished. All right, now there are a lot of pieces to this, but it's not difficult. Okay, does that make sense? Once you see it, you'll say, okay, not so bad. Now we need a piece of DSP. I'll put this in front of me so I don't have to keep turning around. I got my notes, got my measurements, my cheat sheet. The DSP you need is going to be for the inside here. So that's going to be 5 1/4 tall by 3 3/4. Now in the measurements, I said 4 inches wide. Because it turns out my card is actually 4 inches wide. So you really need to trim off an extra 1/4 of an inch on that. So 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So if you already cut your piece, just trim that off again. Luckily, you're going smaller and don't have to go bigger because you can't glue it back on again. You'd have to cut a whole new sheet. Okay, so I chose the sorbet and the yellow because that's a lot of the colors that are in this bee paper. Those are the colors that really jump out at me, and I want it bright and cheery. And so now you need 4 strips that are 5 1/4 by 1 1/2, because they're going to go on these panels. And you want to alternate. You want to have 2 of one pattern and 2 of another. So these are 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. And we are going to alternate these. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. All right, so don't glue anything on yet. Let's make sure you just kind of get your layout so that you know which ones you want where. I forget if I preferred this one on the front or this one on the front. Probably that one. Okay, so that when it's folded, it's going to look like this. Yeah, I want the honey on the front. Okay, so off we go. That's going to be like that. Like I said, I'll show you the layout. Then we're going to have a little piece that's going to kind of hold this all together. And that is going to have these white cardstock, which this is 3 inches, remember. So now this is 2 3/4. There'll be one there and one there. And there'll be one on the inside. And I brought an extra one along in case I have a goof. You know how that goes. When you stamp in something, sentiment or something, have another one on hand just in case. So that's going to go there. Then this is going to be the front panel. We're going to have another piece. I have it matching that. You can really do whatever you want, but I put in the directions that it should match that just so it kind of carries over. So it's not just a random, that's the only pattern we have of that. So it's going to be like that. Then we're going to put a focal point on here. Of course, it's going to be one of those cute little bees for me. So then we're going to put a sentiment here. And on the bee set, I do have a nice big sentiment. We're going to leave this blank for writing on. All right. So here are the pieces you need for this project. I'm going to show you a sample of a card that I'm using for my model. Oops. Getting the punch and the stamp set back here. All right, I guess I don't need the trimmer anymore. So this was a swap card I got, and unfortunately I can't give the person credit because I don't have the person's information on the back. But this was a swap from a while ago, and this is how our card is going to look. All right, we're going to have, as you can see, we have this pattern and this pattern matching, and then a focal point and a sentiment on there. And we're going to have a bigger sentiment here, and we have our 4 panels in alternating patterns. And this is going to kind of hold it together. It's going to cover the inside just like that, and you have a very pretty card. Do you like it? Okay, Shirley's watching, taking notes. Good. Oh, hi, Barb. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, so there you go. I love those colors too. Right, this was the evergreen and the pretty, not pretty in pink. Oh, I forget one of the pinks. If somebody remembers, let me know. I've got too many other pinks on my mind right now. All right, we're going to glue down our DSP. I'm going to get this part ready. So remember, change your notes from what you might have seen me type. I'm going to go back and change on Facebook later. But this is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. And you would probably know that when you laid it out, and you would see that you didn't have the border left and right. All right, so that's going there. I'm going to put our DSP strips on each of those panels. But see what I mean? There's a lot of pieces, but it goes together real easy. It's very evident where these pieces should go. Ooh. So last night, I made the same card again with, I searched my stash with colors from the new bee paper. And so I went for colors that had the bubble bath and petunia pop and the pool party. So you're going to see the same card, well, same layout anyway, with those colors. even though it's not exactly the right paper, I took the paper from the Otter paper and from the Unbounded Beauty. So I got the Pool Party from the Otter paper and the Unbounded Beauty. I took the Petunia Pop. And I did a bubble bath card base. And I mix and match those colors. So you'll get to see how that looks. Okay, that's that. Now we'll put these pieces together over here. No, we're not, because we're going to stamp first, but I can put these here. I'll put the left one on. I'll put one of the white pieces on the left side of that 6x3 piece of cardstock. And then this here, and I love how this didn't go all the way to the end. It's a little different how you get a bigger border of white. Many times we think of, oh, it's a 1/4 inch difference and have that same thin border around. Well, sometimes it's nice to go do something different, right? Just have a bigger border, and that kind of brings your eye in more. Okay, it just brings your focus more to the center, so that you can see your whatever your focal point is. Not that that big B is going to go missing, but anyway, it just kind of draws your eye in, I think. So just thinking of that logistically. All right, now I'm going to stamp this and put it here. So I'm going to take my Memento Black, and I thought we could use, I'm going to do Be Mine on the front, B-E-E, of course, Be Mine. And then on the other side, we'll just put Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Maybe this will go to one of my grandkids. Don't tell them. Okay. So here's my Valentine's. Yep, there it goes. Okay, I had it upside down. No wonder it didn't make sense. All right. Right in the middle. Voila. Ta-da! Let's see. Let me clean that off right away and put it away because I'm not going to be using that again. And then just to bring some honeycomb in here, I'm going to use some Daffodil Delight and this little honeycomb stamp and put a little honeycomb shapes around my sentiment here. Oh, it just looks so sweet. I'll do it in 3s. There we go. Just a little bit there. Okay, close that up. I love my new layout I did some rearranging in my room. I'm still working on it. But I bought a IKEA shelf unit. Not shelf unit, drawer unit. And the top drawer, instead of on my desktop, the top drawer to my right is where I keep my bin of blocks and my chamois, my silicone mat, Post-it pad, and pen and paper. So a lot of my things are off to the side and in the drawer, no longer taking up space on my desk. And I have other things like my tools and my adhesives and stuff that I need up there. So it's kind of nice to just have that to the right. I just pull it out and I could reach over there just as easily as I could on my desktop. But now it's out of the way. So I love that. And now I can glue this on. A little black of something there. Oh, well, there's always something going on, right? All right, now, how this is going to work is this, I think of it like a clam or a little castanets. This is going to grab onto this on the edge over there. And we're going to want it to be sort of centered in the middle here. And then this other white piece where we're going to do your writing to whomever and love you is going to go underneath. So when it's closed, it will be hidden. And then when it's open, it'll be like that. Okay. So you want to have it. What I do is I just center this first, and then it's easy to match this to that part. So I'll glue that. Well, let's put something on there. How about just a couple hearts? Let's just stamp a couple hearts. All right, do I have my sorbet ink out still? Oh, yes, I do. It's in the closet. All right. Oh, yeah, this is what I did on the other cards. I may as well do it here, too. All right, so some hearts there. Let me get my sorbet ink. Sweet sorbet. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do a little different than I did on the other card. Some of the stamp sets that Stamp It Up does things in the corners. I'm going to do like a little corner thing there. Like that. And like that. There you go. That's sweet. Sweet and sweet sorbet. Okay, I should take a quick look at the comments. I've been busy looking at my desktop. I'm sorry. Let me see. Like before, help me use up DSP. Yep. Yeah, got to use the DSP, guys. Because before you know it, the new annual catalog will be out, and you know there's going to be a lot of DSP that we love. Okay. People who had ordered my paper share, speaking of DSP, that's closed now, and I will be ordering the paper and getting it out to you ASAP as soon as I get it in, which might be about a week or so. So be patient. You are getting 11 different patterns, sample of 11 different patterns. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to make sure that's straight there. Okay, nice and bright, right? Okay, so now, because this is so interactive, I like to use stronger adhesive. I like to use my tear and tape on this. Glue is pretty good, but I know the tear and tape just really feels nice and strong for me. So it's only going to go on the edges here, because if you lay this on top of your white that's on the inside, you'll see how much is grasping your card front. And obviously it's the same amount on the other side. So I know that I can put 2 strips of tear and tape along the edge here and I'll still be good, because you do not want the inside part to be glued together, obviously, because you want your card to open, right? All right. I know other people have sometimes done it this way, laid it down, but then, I don't know, just sometimes it might not fold completely right, because this is thick here. So this is the way I like to do it, because when it's closed, you can see possibly there's an opening here. There's thickness here. So if you're gluing it down flat and you try to open it, it might make it a little tough. And so I like to have it already compensating for that. So we're going to put tear and tape on the inside here and here. And just to be safe, I'm going to put 2 rows. Got my glue scissors. Okay. Oh, good, Jackie. Oh, Jackie Amazon. Another team member. Yay. Okay. One is probably fine, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. there is tension going on there when you open and close it. And you can't help it. Open and close, open and close. It's fun. It's like an accordion. If only it made music at the same time, right? Well, you just have to sing along. You have to sing. Well, thanks, Big Bean, Elizabeth, Patty. Glad you liked it, Michelle. It's really cute. Wait till you see the other colors. I wasn't sure, but it really came out cute, I think. And it's nice to see how the same card can look with your different colors. Right, pulling those backings off. Now remember, this isn't as forgiving as the glue. Once it's down, very difficult to move. You can, if you don't press it down real hard, you can carefully pull it up. But anyway, so I'm going to, while it's open, don't close it because that'll be closed tight. And I'm glad I did that because I would have had it the wrong way. Okay, with your sentiment down, you want to cover up the inside part. Okay, so I know that's covered. And then just close your card onto it. But make sure you hold the inside folds still. Okay. Ugh. You know what? Here's where my grid paper can come to the rescue. All right. I'm going to line up the top of the card with a line. I'm going to line this up with a parallel line. And then I know I'm straight. Okay. There you go. Use the tools that you have there. And then now all you have to do is fold this one over. It's already got your adhesive there. And you're going to fold it down. And voila, there you go. Have that fun little fold, right? Looks very cute, and it's hiding my white piece that's underneath there. So there you go. Now let's get our bee on there. I didn't mess these up, so I can use this one for my bee. And I'm going to do, obviously, yellow and black. That's one thing I was thinking about. Okay, we have bubble bath, petunia pop, and pool party. How is yellow fitting in on that? But it works. It does work. Now, when you have a punch that has multiple things on it, these are called like builder punches because you can build your image with multiple pieces. So I'm going to notice where the punch will end up going for where my bee is. Now, unfortunately, or well, I'll use these again. When I punch out the bee, I'm going to want to do it on the bottom of the card, but it's also going to punch out the hearts at the same time. So don't don't stamp multiple things and then think, oh, I'll punch the bee first, then I'll go around and do the others. No, it's not going to work, unless you stamp these in the exact right spot. All right, so if you really wanted a heart, do the heart first. Okay, let's just do that just for fun. Let me do a big heart. And then, let's see, sorbet. Where'd that go? Where did I put it? Oh, well. That's funny. I thought it was in front of me. Apparently not. Anyway, all right, we'll make a yellow heart just for demonstration purposes. So I see that, I know from experience, I could put my heart in the corner and then punch that there. And then when I punch out my bee, I won't have ruined anything that's on top there because that's kind of gone. Okay, so there we go. There's a heart. You can have a yellow heart. Why not? Okay, so you line it up, squeeze it, and out it goes. Now, when I do my bee, it's okay. Not a big deal that there's something punched out up there. So it's quite all right. So let me do that. Now this bee, what's fun, it could go either direction. It could be looking left or it could be looking right. It's symmetrical until you put the face on it and the stinger. So, all right, there we go. Now here's your other trick. If you are too short, if you were too short to hold on to, take a sticky note and make that your handle. And now you can fit it in there. And you can punch that. All right, but we want to put the black on next before we do that. And here are his stripes and the tail, the stinger rather. Not really a tail, stinger. All right, we're going to put that there. And ooh, he's going to come alive. Yay. And we can decide if he's going to go left or right. You go either way. My other card, he's looking to the left, so we'll make this guy looking to the right. And let's see, which face should we use? I will use maybe the wink. Here we go. So cute, isn't he? All right. Now we can cut him out. Punch him, rather. Let's close up. I had two mementos open. Had one open and I reached for the other one. Can't have too many mementos. I always keep two handy because when one starts to run out, I don't have to stop to re-ink it. I can go to the next one and then just use that one as a backup. Okay, now we need, notice this little heart. That's going to work for his little antenna. And you could certainly stamp this first and line it up on your punch, but since it already punched out, I'm just going to do it this way. And there you go. And then we just glue that to the back of him. Or her. Whatever. Oh, hi, Susan. Nice to see you on. Yeah, the grandkids would love this one, Susan. Get those granddaughters stamping like you've been. Well, they've already made all their Valentines, right? So that's okay. All right, now the like I said, the big heart is also the cutout for the wings. So you stamp this part here, and then you can punch it out. Now this one I did on vellum. So the wings are going to be vellum and a little see-through. So that's just another fun little trick for the wings, because that's more like what they look like in nature, right? So I'll stick that on there. And thanks, Debbie. I love this little set. I'm so glad it's revisiting. Let's put it that way. Yeah, check out the new colors. They're fun. I'll show you the next card. All right, I'm going to put that on with the big D, dimensionals. And now here's another thing. I said a small 2-inch by 1/2 inch piece for your sentiment. And I have the piece here, but I'll just have to do another one. That's okay. Don't forget that sometimes you can use DSP that's light, either a light solid color. Some of them just have shading, or this one has just little lines on there, which makes it even easier to make sure that you get it straight, right? So I did stamp this ahead of time, but of course it went missing, so that's okay. I'm going to do Be Mine. Hopefully that's an easy one. I'm going to stamp it on our DSP. And then put that on the front of the card. Okay, so I'm going to just offset that a little bit. I'm going to glue it down because the DSP is so flimsy. If I put it on dimensionals, I'm afraid it might get caught on something and bend or tear. I mean, you could if you wanted. Actually, what you could do is mount this on a piece of cardstock and then raise it up on your paper, but I'm not prepared to do that right now, so we'll just glue it down. Like we said, nobody's going to be as critical as we. No one's going to say, oh, Lorraine, you really should have raised up that sentiment. Okay, and now this guy's going to be up on dimensionals. I'm not going to put dimensionals behind the wings because that will show through. So I'll just keep them behind the little guy. And I'm going to put 3 on here. One, 2, 3. Okay, we want a little angle just to be fun. And I can have them overlapping that sentiment just a little bit. All right, is that cute or what? I think he's so adorable. There you go, there's the top. Okay, looking at the punch, you can always use for bubble words. Yes, yes, yep. People have done that, and I have forgotten to mention that. Absolutely. So, yeah, this could be a little speech bubble, right? You can have somebody saying something. Great, thanks for bringing that up, Karen. Yeah, yep. Have to do that. He could be saying, "Be mine," right? Whatever. Let me making those Be Mine. Let me put that stamp back. I'm going to show you the ones in the new colors as best as what I had anyway. So you can improvise, right? Just to show you, you know, I love doing that. So here we go. I think it came out so cute. Took me a while to figure it out, but oh, if we wanted to, we could put a ribbon on there too. Some point, a little ribbon down there. Oh, I'll have to do that. All right, I'm not going to tease you any longer. Here are the new colors. So this is Pool Party, Petunia Pop, Bubble Bath, Daffodil Delight, and Black is in there. And like I said, I didn't have the new bee paper, but I found this was close enough. This bee from the old paper was close enough to the new. Now in the new one, the flowers, I think, are Petunia Pop. And instead of petal pink, they're Bubble Bath. But this was so subtle. The petal pink on the wings was so subtle that I thought I could make it work with the Bubble Bath. But is it so cute? Oh, hi, Karen. Karen Brown. Yeah, simple and colorful. And so, like I said, there are a lot of pieces, but it comes together so easily. It's not difficult to do. It's just adorable, I thought. So you can see I did similar layout. One other thing that I did add was I stamped some of the flowers and I put those on there instead of embellishments. And I used the heart as my sentiment, and I just wrote "love you" on there. It's like the bee is holding the heart. And I did Pool Party on Pool Party instead of the vellum because that's what I see in the designer paper in the new colors. So, and I did little hearts there. Oh no, something got messy on there. I will just have to write over it. I think my granddaughter would love this card. And so those are the 2 versions in the 2 colors. Real fun, right? Hey, who's going to try these this week? Right? Show us your room, Kathy. Um, I could show pictures eventually. Right now, in the middle of my lives, I have stuff all over. But okay, I am straightening up a bit, and I could show some still pictures, or maybe once it's real neat, I can do a quick little video. But all right, thanks for asking. Depends on the day. Sometimes I'm really trying to stay on top of it. I'm trying to put things away and clean up as I go. That way, it's not an grueling job when things just have to be done. So trying to work on that. So I hope you're going to try this out here. Speaking of Valentine's, we have just a couple minutes. If you feel like sticking around, I will just show you real quick the, let me clean these off. I'm going to show you this month's Paper Pumpkin, which is a Valentine kit also. And of course, as you know, a popular thing to do with the paper pumpkins, as fun and easy as they are to do on their own, a lot of people like to use them and do some alternative cards. So it's kind of nice too. You can expand the kits into something more. If you want a quick, easy project, do them as they are. If you feel like being more creative, use them as a springboard to new projects. And okay, here we go. Here's the leaves. I keep calling them leaves. That's almost a leaf shape. The wings. Okay. So then, here's another idea. I've done this before on some cards. You know those little wobblers that you can get at the craft stores? You can get them in different sizes. This is sort of a medium size. I have some bigger ones, and small ones. You can put a bee on a wobbler. So it's like these little springs with like a piece of cardstock on either end. And you can put that on a card. And then that bee shakes and wiggles. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I just kind of thought this one already had a lot of thickness to it and a lot of stuff going on that I might save this for a simpler card. But it's so cute because it's like he's buzzing by and they kind of vibrate, right? So that's a fun thing to do with the bees as well. All right, let me do a really quick. I'll just show you the paper pumpkin. I'm not going to do it, but I'll show you what it's all about. And then you can get on to your crafting for the day. Now, I meant to check this out before I came on live. The February paper pumpkin or the March, I think it's February, so you have to order by February 10th, is daisies. One of them is daisies. I cannot wait to get that kit. And I'm hoping maybe a lot of you do too. Maybe if you get it, we can have a kit together event and just do our daisy stuff, right? Especially if you're part of my team, the Daisy Bunch. All right, so as you know, paper pumpkins come all beautifully wrapped with a beautiful tissue paper like that. You get a mini stamp pad. This one's real red. You get some glue dots. Okay, some people think, are they embellishments because there's writing on the back? There's like these shapes, but they're your little glue dots adhesive because they don't send liquid glue in the kit. Otherwise, you have everything you need except a pair of scissors and something to clean your stamps. In your first paper pumpkin kit, you do get a block, a small block, a little thinner than the ones that we get in the catalog. But so here are the projects that you can make. I'll just show you real quickly here. So if you want the February one, you have to order by February 10th. So any paper pumpkin kit you have to order by the 10th of the month. You can do 1 month prepaid. Any prepaid subscription will go toward your celebrations items as well. If you just sign up for the subscription where you get billed each month, that will not go with the count toward your celebration qualifying. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. You could do 1 month, you could do 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. All right, so here's what we have. You always get, with the cards, you always get some pretty envelopes. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have nine cards. Okay, for like $24, is it? I think so. That's less than $3 a card, guys. You can't buy cards like, you know. And then, of course, if you want, you can stretch this to make even more if you want. So there are 3 bases. There are these layers where the hearts pop out. So you can put them on there. You can use those hearts for something else, I imagine. And then you have these borders of hearts that are popping out here. You have some banners where you can write your sentiments on. You have 2 sheets of those. You have these marbly, looks like flirty flamingo to me, card bases. You have more banners that are gold trimmed. You have large hearts to coordinate with those patterns. You can mix and match them. You have, these are card bases too. I hardly noticed that there's very subtle heart design on the back there. You probably can't even see it I can barely see it in person. Right, but it is very subtle and it's nice there. Okay, so we've got 3 of those. And look at this. Ooh, got some foil hearts. Okay, they're gold, but they're, what would you call it? It's like a silvery or platinum-y kind of a gold, not a real yellow gold, a more grayish gold, brownish gold, a brownish gold maybe. So you have the word love, you have varying hearts, you have these really pretty filigree hearts. Do they fit on there? Not necessarily. But put them against your background here. That would look really nice, right? So you get all of that. You don't get a case for your stamp set, but you do get the paper so that you can remember what stamps go with what. Right, and you have my heart, love you, celebrate love, you're my favorite, and then some hearts there. Now, not all of these stamps will you see on what they suggest you to do. So you do have some extra things going on there. So those are nice to keep from any occasion, right? So these are the patterns that they suggest. You can make 9 of those, and but like I said, you can mix and match them. You don't need to use all those elements on one card. You can cut some of these things in half and use them on 2 different cards. Some of your layers. You can on this card, I see that you have rows and rows, multiple rows of those hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of hearts on that card front. So it looks like they're popped up with dimensionals. You don't have to put 6. You can put fewer and use those on another card. So a lot of options, and you have step-by-step instructions here, picture just instructions, so that very clear what to do. And you can go online. A lot of demonstrators post their alternative projects with the paper pumpkin and other kits. Now, there are other kits on the online exclusives. So check them out. Just when you go to the website, there's a place where you can click kits and they will all come up. So if that's something you're interested in, check that out. You do not see the kits listed in the catalog. They will refer you to the website because they are all online exclusives. So yeah, check out the February one. And can somebody, okay, Jackie, thank you. Daisy one is March. Thank you, Jackie. I couldn't remember if it was February or March, but yeah. All right. So, tell you what, since I'm part of the Daisy bunch, we're going to have a kit together with the Daisy set. If everybody gets the kit in March, we'll have a kit together at the end of March. How's that? That should be fun. Anybody who gets it can come on and we'll work on it together. We'll do some alternative projects and that will be fun. So everything comes in the one box. Lots of, how could I forget? Also, Stampin' Up! Just recently is offering a small die cut set to go with 3 different months of paper pumpkin kits. So this is the one. This is Spring is in the Air. And it's a little mini die set. Look at that. So you have a heart that can work with this. You have some bees. And you have this one, which matched up with, I think, like stems or tree or something. I forget exactly. But yeah. And so these dies will coordinate with the January, February, and March paper pumpkin. So they're probably stems to go with maybe the daisy set. I don't remember for sure. I didn't look it up recently. So that's an add-on that you can get. So that's always lots of fun too. And it extends your crafting with those paper pumpkin kits. All right. So remember, celebration still goes on until the end of February. Spend $60 and you get free items. Also, if you sign up as a demonstrator, then you get to choose. There's a particular stamp set, a dedicated stamp set that only comes in the starter kits. You can choose, option 1 is that stamp set, and you can choose 2 of these marker packs, right? That is just an amazing offer. That's 10 markers in each one. You get 20 markers for free, right? 20, that's upside down. You can choose whichever family out of the 4 that you want. You have subtles, you have brights, you have regals, and you have neutrals. If maybe you have all the markers, maybe you're not interested in the markers and that stamp set, which I think they say is like a $91 value, something like that. It's amazing. Then you can choose to get an additional $30 of product of your choice. You already get $125 in product for $99. Plus, you can add on the extra 30 if that's the second option you want, instead of 2 packs of the markers. So totally up to you. Reach out, ask me more. I had somebody come to one of my classes last time. She was going to order about $100 worth of stuff. It made more sense for her to spend $99. Get the extra. She didn't want the marker. She got extra $30. She got $155 worth of stuff for $99. Plus, she got, they always throw in a past paper pumpkin kit, and she will be getting 20% off her future orders that she places. And she was one of my regular customers that, so it's going to really help her out a lot. So think about it. There's no commitment. At some point, you want to just stop. It's fine. You can do that. Okay. There's no penalty. The commitment is you need to, in order to stay active, you need to spend $300 a quarter. That's retail. After your discount, it comes down to $240, which is about $80 a month. So think about what you've been spending on your crafts. If that makes sense to you, join the team. If you're kind of close, join the team, see how it goes, and you can always stop if it's not going to work out for you. All right. So, we have another Karen. I have to come back watch replay. All right, 2:03 a.m. Oh my gosh, I wonder where Karen is from. Europe someplace? Oh boy. All right. Okay, Joyce, I hope you'll catch you in later. Thank you everybody for hopping on, and we'll see you next time. All right. Take care. Bye-bye now.